Hello, this is Grant, and welcome back to Dead Rising 1 Master Run. So, we got some time to kill, so I'm going to kind of indulge myself and get a suit to go with my little outfit. There's also an unmarked survivor here we got to pick up, who's locked in one of the stores. I believe he's actually blocked in by a bunch of cardboard boxes, and he's not aware of the zombie apocalypse yet. He's definitely very easy to miss, because there's no reason to go into that store otherwise. And even then, he's way in the back behind a bunch of boxes. I think he might shout at you if you go in the store. But other than that, since there's nothing else happening in Entrance Plaza at this point, I don't think a lot of people ever save him. He's pretty good though, as you see. I'm gonna give him a shotgun, and he can hold his own pretty easily. Alright, we're gonna get his suit. So I think it's interesting how they try to set the tone for this game. How it's kind of a comedy, part horror. I was thinking the other day about how they could probably spun this up and made a Silent Hill-esque zombie game. I don't know if they necessarily use that franchise, but obviously they have experience doing that. And that could have made it a lot scarier. I think that you could really reuse the assets you have here in a different setting. Would have been a lot more serious and horror-esque. I like the implicit funniness about the game. And I wonder if maybe they planned on that, and then they just, as they were developing weapons, they realized it's got to be a silly game because you get silly weapons. It's kind of cool though that once they kind of found their style that they liked. So this is Bill. Bill was stuck after these boxes fell down after him. There's, I believe, just a ton of food and some weapons in here. Fortunately, again, don't actually have the drop kick. I think it's the knee drop, which is my preferred way to open cardboard boxes. Then I have this issue. I have all these items on the floor. So basically the way we got to get him is we're going to let him walk out, realize there's zombies, and then he'll come with us, and I'll give him this SMG. Our goal here is we're going to go get the Barricade pair, who are in Alfresca Plaza. Originally, my plan was I would wait in Entrance Plaza until you get the call about the girl in Alfresca Plaza as well. But unfortunately, that means you have to deal with the convicts if you wait that long, because it takes a while to get her out of there. And I'd much rather deal with the convicts on a easier situation, because you have to carry Lee, I believe her name is, as well as you have to hold the hand of, I want to say, I can't think of the name of her. The girl you get when you first meet the convicts. You have to escort her as well, usually. Alright, so there we go. So here's the Barricade pair. Also pretty solid. Unfortunately, in the Barricade pair, it's two brothers. One can hold his own. The other, Aaron, he's definitely a liability. Even if you give him great weapons and keep him healed, he'll just keep getting caught on zombies. I love the quirks of this game. I talked about the pictures are cool. I love the clothes. If you want to do kind of a fun run, or just make it a little bit more entertaining, is just have a rule that whenever you come across clothing, you have to put it on. If you ever had the chance to actually look for some of the crazy options that are available, do it. Like, for a while, I had Frank was bald, or he would dye his hair. I love the novelty masks. I think they're just amazing. And since they show up on cutscenes, it's pretty funny. Here, I just need to kill some time while Bill's there. I actually ended up cutting it just because you have to sit and wait, and sometimes it's just the survivor AI is pretty bad. Luckily, Bill with the guns, one of the better survivors. They all have different personalities in terms of how likely they are to attack a zombie, run away if they get frightened and stall, because then a zombie can grab them. There is a way to improve it. You can get a book for Sean, the cult leader, and they'll make them more likely to engage in combat. I've never personally used it just because I still feel the best way is to either escort them if you have someone where you can hold their hand or carry them, or just kill all zombies on the way there. I want to say a downside of that book, though, is that it makes them stop and fight every single zombie on the way. So, you have to actually damage Burt in order for him to come with you. The trick, though, is you don't want to kill him. A great way I found is if you're unarmed, you can just keep holding X and you'll kick him, and that's faster than his attack. But you're definitely not going to kill him. You have to be very aware of one-hit kill weapons. Like there's that barbell I would usually grab and I'd forget. Well, the barbell, you can just, if you hit him in the head, it's going to kill him instantly. And in that case, I believe Aaron also defects because you just killed his brother in front of him. Bill's kind of a creeper. When I did it the other way and saved like Lee, it was just weird how she's crying about how her baby girl died, and then Bill's just there smiling in the background with a shotgun. Very serial killer-esque. Alright, so here I just try and shuffle some stuff around. Heal up people, but get them all weapons. You want to make sure survivors have a weapon, because they can't do any unarmed attacks, it seems. So as long as you give them a weapon, they can usually get zombies off of them. I'm having a little trouble getting this bat up, so we had to send him over there. And we're going to be off. It can be pretty slow going with the survivors. After you kill Adam the Clown, it's a lot better because you can just go to that shortcut, and that kind of takes you out of the way of most zombies. The bench is an amazing weapon, especially at a high level where you can throw this thing. I heavily recommend just pick up the bench, throw it into crowds. It's one of the best ways to get rid of crowds if you don't have a queen. It's pretty slow for psychopaths, but I think they're pretty common in them all. I also had another part of the run where you can get some PP from the stickers in the gym, as well as you can punch the bags until they die, I guess, and run on the treadmills. I had a fun time. You can take the bike in there too and just ride it on the treadmill. Doesn't go any faster, but and you can't take pictures, but I love the silly juxtaposition of that. Okay, we're back in the food court. I think I'm going to grab the SMG here. Yeah, just right up there. You're having trouble with Carlito. That helps a lot. So also, survivors don't use up ammo, so sometimes what I would do in like a case like this is I'll just go fire 99 bullets around to speed it up by killing all the other zombies, and then just get past it off. Especially with an SMG, I don't really care about the SMG. Like, I would like those shotguns back, but I don't actually think I handed them out in this particular run. For some reason, Bill's pathing just goes terrible in this area. But as you can see, Aaron just gets ganged up on a lot, and he doesn't really do anything about it. Okay. And then I get another call from Otis. I don't know why it ended in that particular case. It just kind of cut off. But he always calls back. I wish so much you could turn off his little "don't cut me off" speech. Because not only am I already annoyed that he called me, but that he have to sit and listen for that message. It feels more like a punishment. I think it's poorly designed. So luckily, in this revised run, or I guess schedule for the game, I decided to get these guys first and go to the security room instead of waiting for a mother's lament that just came available. Because the convicts will appear, I think, around 5 or 6. And then that makes it a lot tougher because you have to deal with convicts. Plus, there's a survivor that I want to save. So it just makes it really difficult. But on the other hand, it'd be nice if you do want to go that route. If you do kill the convicts, it saves you the trouble. Here's another case of Aaron getting stuck. So I have to go all the way back. Unfortunately, I didn't save my skateboard. I think I'm actually looking for it now. The game gets a lot easier as we can hold more items. He's really just like taking it like a bitch. He's not even trying. He could just swing that bat, but no. It's an amazing animation for a run. They never say anything about his character, but you know he's a little bitch. Everyone knows it. Alright, so now we can finally go back and get on with our life. There's a lot of really interesting things in the park that I know a ton of people miss. There's the salmon, which is a decent melee weapon, but it breaks in 2 hits. It's in the pond. There's a hidden SMG in a tree by the pathway to the underground. And there's actually, some of these trees have fruit in them, apples, you can knock down and eat. That was a big one for me. Like, I've played so much of this game, and then just, I was on the wiki, and I saw, oh, what? Like, there's apples. Like, where are those? And sure enough, they're just in the trees, and you can shoot them or knock them down. The more you know. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. At this point, I really don't need these guns. It's nice to have them. We're going to go kill Cletus soon after this, so I don't really need him too much longer. I'll just be getting new ones anyway. There's many times you don't need to actually kill the zombies in front of the door. You can just get the survivors close.